if you're in your 20s right now, here's something nobody will tell you directly. The financial decisions you make this decade matter more than the financial decisions you'll make in any other decade of your life. Not because you'll have more money later, you probably will, but because of one thing: time. A dollar invested at 25 has roughly twice as many years to grow as a dollar invested at 35. The mistakes you make now don't just cost you money today. They cost you the version of that money 30 years from now, multiplied. I'm going to walk through 7 mistakes that quietly keep people broke through their 20s. Not because they're bad with money, but because nobody ever explained these things clearly. Number 4 is the one almost everyone is making right now, without realizing it. Let's get into it. Quick note before we start.
This is about shame.
Everyone makes some of these mistakes. Yes.
I have made several of them myself.
This is just a list I wish someone had handed me at 22. If you want more breakdowns like this, investing, credit, building wealth from scratch, that's exactly what this channel is about. Let's go through the
list.
1. Not having any emergency
fund.
This is a foundation everything else sits on, and it's the most commonly skipped S. TEP. An emergency fund is 3 to 6 months of essential expenses sitting in a high-yield savings account. Not invested, not touched.
Just there.
Without it, every unexpected expense, a car repair, a medical bill, a job loss, goes straight
onto a credit card.
And once it's on a credit card at 22 to 29% interest, that single emergency can take years to pay off. The emergency fund isn't about earning
returns.
It's about never being forced into debt by something you couldn't
predict.
2. Waiting to start investing until you have
enough.
This is a mistake that costs the most in raw dollar terms over a lifetime because of how compounding
works.
Someone who invests $200 a month starting at age 22 will have significantly more at 65 than someone who invests $400 a month starting at age 32, even though the second person put in more total
money.
Time in the market matters more than ammo. The "I'll start when I have more money" mindset feels responsible, but it's actually the most expensive decision most people make in their
20s.
You don't need $1,000 to SD. Art. Most major brokerages let you start with $1, $5, $25. The amount doesn't matter nearly as much as starting. Now, 3. Ignoring your employer's 401k match. Say, if your employer offers a 401k match, say they match 50 cents for every dollar you contribute up to a certain percentage of your salary, and you're not contributing enough to get the full match, you are leaving free money on the
table.
Literally free money your employer is offering to give you that you're choosing not to
take.
This is one of the only guaranteed returns in personal
finance.
There's no risk, no market timing, no decision-making requiem. Red. Check your 401k match percentage today. If you're not contributing enough to get the full match, that's the single highest priority financial change you can make this
week.
Lifestyle creep. Upgrading your spending every time your income go. Yes, up. Here's the one I promised at the start. Lifestyle creep is when your spending rises in lockstep with your income. So even as you earn more, you never actually get ahead. You get a raise. And within a month, your rent is higher. Your car payment is bigger. Your subscriptions multiply. Your dining out increase. Eases. Your income NT up. Your savings rate stayed exactly the same or got worse. This is a mistake almost everyone is making right now without realizing it. Because it doesn't feel like a mistake. It feels like enjoying your success. Nobody sits down and decides to do this. It happens gradually, one upgrade at a time, until 5 years later you're earning double what you used to and somehow still living paycheck to pay. Check. The fix isn't to never upgrade your life style. It's to decide in advance what percentage of every raise goes to your future self before you decide what percentage goes to your current life style. A common approach, when you get a raise, automatically increase your investing contribution by half of the raise amount before you ever see that money in your checking account. You still get to enjoy part of every raise. But you're no longer letting your spending silently absorb 100% of every dollar you earn. 5. Carrying credit card debt while saving for fun purchases. If you have credit card debt at 20+% interest and you're also setting aside money for vacation, new gadgets, or other non-essential purchases, the math is working against you in a way that's easy to miss. The interest on your debt is almost certainly higher than any return you get from savings, and far higher than any deal you're getting on whatever you're saving up for. Paying off high-interest debt is mathematically equivalent to earning a guaranteed 20+% return on your money. There is no legitimate investment that guarantees that. If you have both credit card debt and a separate savings goal for something non-essential, the debt should almost always come first. 6. Never checking your credit report. Your credit score affects more than just credit card approvals. It affects the interest rate on car loans, mortgages, sometimes even apartment applications, and insurance premiums. The difference between a 650 and a 750 credit score can mean tens of thousands of dollars in extra interest over the life of a mortgage. Most people never check their credit report unless they're applying for something, which means errors go unnoticed for years, and bad habits compound without anyone realizing the damage being done. You can check your credit report for free once a year from each major bureau. Most banking apps now show a free credit score estimate, too. Check it. Know your number. It affects more of your financial life than almost anything else on this list. 7. Treating no budget as freedom. This is a quiet one. A lot of people in their 20s associate budgeting with restriction, something for people who are struggling, so they avoid it entirely, telling themselves they're not really a budget person. But not having a budget doesn't mean you have more freedom with your money. It means you have less information about where it's going, which means less control over it, not more. People with no budget at all consistently report feeling more financial stress than people with even a loose, simple budget, because uncertainty about money is one of the biggest drivers of financial anxiety. 8. Budget isn't a cage. It's a map, and most people in their 20s are navigating without one. Let's recap quick. LY. 1. No emergency foo. ND. 2. Waiting to invest until you have enough. 3. Missing your full 401k mat. 8. 4. Lifestyle creep eating every rye. SE. 5. Saving for fun while carrying high interest. BT. 6. Never checking your credit repo. RT. 7. Treating no budget as freedom instead of informati. On. None of these require a high income to F. 9. They require awareness, and now you have it. Pick the one that hit hardest and do something about it this week. Eck. Not all 7. Just O. N. E. This channel covers exactly this kind of thing. The parts of personal finance that actually affect your life, but nobody explains clear. LY. Insurance, investing, credit, building wealth from Nothi. Ing. If that's useful to you, subscribe. There's a lot more Comey. Ing. Next up, I'm covering mistake number 2 from this list in much more depth. Exactly how to start investing with your first $100, step by step, even if you've never opened a brokerage account in your life. If I'll start when I have more money sounded familiar, that video's FO. Are you? See you there, and don't be most P. Eeple.